You're doing that thing where you open your laptop, stare at it for 20 minutes, close it, walk away, come back, open it again, and still accomplish absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, your to do list keeps growing, your anxiety keeps getting louder, and you're stuck in this loop of wanting to be productive while your brain feels like static. And the worst part? You think you're lazy. Like if you just tried harder, you'd get your life together. But what if I told you that's not laziness? That paralysis you're feeling? It's your brain waving a giant red flag. Hey, we're running on fumes here. Burnout doesn't show up like you'd expect. It's not dramatic. You don't collapse at your desk with a hand on your forehead like some soap opera character. Though. It's sneakier than that. It creeps in slowly, disguised as just being tired, just being unmotivated, just being a little off. And because it doesn't announce itself, you end up blaming yourself for something that's way bigger than a bad attitude. One of the first signs, you can't focus on anything. And I don't mean you're a little distracted. I mean you're reading the same sentence 5 times and still have no idea what it says. You sit down to work and suddenly your brain's like, you know what sounds fun? Reorganizing your entire desktop folder right now. Tasks that used to take you an hour now take 3, and you're just sitting there fighting your own mind the whole time. That's not laziness. That's your cognitive function trying to protect you from overdoing it even more. Then there's the emotional flatness. Everything feels beige. Your favorite show? Meh. That hobby you used to love? Can't be bothered. Plans with friends? You cancel last minute because the thought of pretending to have energy sounds exhausting. And people around you start saying things like, you used to be so passionate. And you're like, yeah, I know. I don't know where that person went either. Psychologists call this anhedonia, which is just a fancy way of saying nothing sparks joy anymore. And it's not because you're lazy. It's because burnout drains the color out of life. Here's where it gets wild. You start feeling guilty about resting. You finally take a break, sit down, try to relax, and instead of feeling better, you feel worse. Because now you're thinking about all the things you should be doing. You're scrolling Instagram, seeing everyone else crushing their goals, and you're just sitting there like a deflated balloon wondering what's wrong with you. The irony? Rest is exactly what you need, but burnout makes rest feel like failure. Your sleep gets weird too. Either you're sleeping 12 hours and still waking up exhausted, or you can't sleep at all because your brain won't shut up. You lie there running through tomorrow's to-do list, replaying awkward conversations, solving problems that don't exist. And when you finally do fall asleep, you wake up feeling like you got hit by a truck. Because burnout doesn't just mess with your days, it hijacks your nights too, and your body starts acting up. Headaches, stomach issues, that weird tension in your shoulders that never goes away. You're getting sick more often because your immune system's too tired to function properly. Studies show that chronic stress, which is basically what burnout is, weakens your body's defenses. So yeah, that cold you can't shake, that's not random. That's your body literally begging you to slow down. Research from the World Health Organization officially classified burnout as an occupational phenomenon in 2019. Fancy talk for your job is literally breaking your brain, and now there's a medical diagnosis for it. They describe it as energy depletion, increased mental distance from work, and reduced efficacy. Translation: you're exhausted, you hate everything, and you can't do your job anymore, even though you used to be good at it. But here's the thing. Society loves to glorify hustle culture. Work harder, sleep less, push through. We're told that rest is for the weak and that if we're not constantly productive, we're failing. So when burnout hits, we don't recognize it for what it is. We just think we're not trying hard enough. We think we're the problem, and that's the trap. Because the answer to burnout isn't more discipline. It's not forcing yourself to power through. It's actually listening to what your body and brain are trying to tell you. You're not lazy, you're burnt out. And there's a difference. Laziness is choosing not to do something because you don't feel like it. Burnout is your system shutting down because it's been running too hard for too long. It's your brain's way of saying, we need to stop before something breaks. And ignoring that? That's how things actually break. If any of this hit a little too close to home, and you're sitting there like, wow, I've been calling myself lazy for months, hit that like button, because you are definitely not alone in your chaos. And if you want to keep unpacking why your brain does these absolutely unhinged things, subscribe. Because apparently there's a psychological explanation for everything. Also, drop a comment and tell me what your burnout wake up call was. Remember, you're not broken. Admitting your limits might be the first step toward actually breathing again.